Good afternoon, Wildcats, and welcome back to our next tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to go from this to this. So of course, as you know, last week I gave you an assignment to take a picture of yourself. In fact, I asked you to take 15 from different angles. Now the point of this was to give you some options for your photo. Some people like to see themselves from the side, looking up, looking down, and so on. So now that you have 15 options to choose from, you're going to select one. Now, on this assignment, you're going to be selecting that photo and adding it into Google Draw. So let me go ahead and show you how to do that. So here's my image. I can actually drag and drop that into Google Draw, or I could also go up here to where there's this insert image icon. So let's take a look what that is. Right here, if I click on this, I can upload it from my computer or I can upload it from Google Drive. So depending on where your photo lives, you're going to have to find it and upload it to this Google Draw assignment. So like I showed you earlier, I'm going to add this photo here. Now the next part is to use this as a reference. Now today, we're going to be using something called the curve tool in order for us to recreate this drawing. So let me show you where to find that. In the top corner here, you have your select icon, which allows you to click on your photo, move it, change the size of it, and so on. So for example, this image might be a little too small. So I can click and drag the corner. I can make it fill the entire space. And that's good, just like that. Next to that is my zoom. Now, for some of us, we might want to zoom in a little closer when we're adding detail, but we might also want to zoom out just to see what the entire image looks like. So let's go ahead and get started in our drawing. Here we have something called the line tool. What that does is it allows us to draw a straight line. We've talked about that in class. But next to it, there's a little drop-down window. So if I click on that, today I'm going to be choosing the curve tool. And as we've discussed in class a long time ago, the curve tool allows us to connect a bunch of different points together so that it forms a nice, smooth curve. Now, to finish this shape, I'm going to close it, and it's going to give me the completed shape. Now, of course, this doesn't match my drawing, so I'm going to delete that. So, for today, what's going to be really important is for us to think about two things. Number one, shapes. Number two, layers. And I'll show you what that all means in just a moment. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the curve tool, and I'm going to think about my layers. So I'm going to look at this photo and think about, well, what is the furthest away? What is underneath everything else? And what I'm going to say is I'm going to start with my neck. My neck is actually underneath my face. It's under my hair. It's right here. I'm going to start there. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to use the curve tool to simply trace around my neck. So let me zoom in a little closer so you can see the details here. I'm going to click, go down, click, go down, click. I might need to scroll down just a little bit to get some of those details. I'm going to do my best to follow along the lines here. And I'm going to click through. And I'm going to end up here. Now, I know this is the bottommost layer and that my face and my hair are going to stack on top of it. So one trick I can show you with the shape is that I can actually break away a little bit from the shape down here because it's going to be covered up anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add this line here, and then I'm just going to go right here and connect it. Okay, just like that. Now I know, of course, that looks a little awkward, but you have to trust the process. So of course my neck isn't blue. I'm going to choose a color that more resembles my skin tone. So up here on the paint bucket, I'm going to go down here. Of course, my neck isn't blue. It's not pink. It's not hot red. I'm going to choose this sort of light red color here. Okay. And again, I know it looks really weird, but you have to trust the process. So if I press escape on my keyboard, it'll allow me just to take a look at the shape. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zoom out, and this time I'm gonna focus on the next layer, which I think today I'm gonna focus on my face shape, okay? So what I need to do is I actually need to move this shape out of the way, and the way I'm gonna do that is I'm going to right click. Again, the button on the right side. I'm gonna right click on my image, and I'm gonna change the order of the image so that my picture, my photo, is on top. So I'm gonna bring this to the front, okay? Now you'll notice that my drawing of my neck has disappeared. It's not really gone. In fact, if I delete this image, you'll see that the neck is still there. Control Z, undo. It's just that now I've moved it towards the back. So now I'm gonna focus on drawing my face. So I'll go ahead and click on the curve tool. I'm going to zoom in, and now I'm gonna just trace around my face. And again, because this is the second layer that I'm drawing, I know it's going to stack on top of my neck. Now I know my face is underneath my hair, so I'm gonna go ahead and just imagine what my face shape looks like underneath it. I'm gonna close that shape right here, okay? Again, it looks silly, I understand, but it'll make sense when we put it all together. So I'm gonna click on the paint bucket, and since my face is in the light, I'm gonna choose a lighter color here. I'm gonna choose this one actually, okay? So let me zoom out just so we can see what that looks like. Looks a little weird. I'm gonna hit escape. And just to see what this looks like, I'm going to delete the photo. And when I delete the photo, you'll notice my face is stacked on top of my neck. Now, I've deleted the photo. I want to bring it back. I'm going to hit Control Z, or I can hit the undo button in the corner here. So I'm going to click on that. Okay. Now I'm going to think about my next layer. So let's go ahead and move my photo back to the top by right-clicking, order, bring to front. My next part is drawing. I could either draw my lips or my eyes. So let's draw my eyes for this example. Okay. So I'm just going to go through this process over and over again. I'm going to now, again, bring the photo back to the top. Now I'm going to draw my iris. So I'm going to go over here with the curve tool and go around. So you're going to continue this process over and over again until you basically cartoon yourself. So just to save you some time, I'm going to go very quickly. I'm going to fast forward and you'll see me put this together. Okay, I'm going to take a quick moment just to show you something else you can use. Now for my nose, I'm going to change the tool. Instead of using the curve tool, I'm actually going to use the Scribble tool. And I'll show you why in just a moment. So if I select Scribble tool, I'm going to use the Scribble tool just to trace along my nose, just to give it some detail when I cartoon myself. So I'm going to go ahead and trace along my nose. And then I can have that there, just like that. Let's see, I'm going to draw this line here. So I'm thinking about lines now. I'm thinking about shape. And then I'll draw that there. So now, when I take a look at my image, I have my nose, okay? So again, the Scribble tool is another option. The only problem with Scribble tool is that you can't color inside of a scribble. You could only color inside of a curve. So I'm gonna switch back to my curve tool and keep working. Okay, so I'm gonna pause right there. So I'm about halfway done, and I'm just taking a quick glance at some things that might be working or might not be working on my image. So one thing I'm noticing that's not working is that my eyebrow is somehow above my hair. That doesn't really make sense. So in case you come across this problem, I wanted to show you how you could possibly fix that. So what I would do is I'd click on my eyebrow drawing. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in a little bit. And I'm gonna change the order of that. And the way you can do that is by right-clicking, hit order, and instead of sending it to the back, I'm just going to send it backwards. Another way you can do that is by hitting Control and down arrow on your keyboard. So I'm going to send it backwards. And all I'm going to try to do is try to get it underneath my hair, just like that. Okay? So that looks a little bit more realistic. Now, I'm seeing that the colors are a little bit weird, a little bit off. So another option you can have is if you click on your shape, like I think my face is a little bit too light, I'm going to go onto the fill color. I'm going to select custom, and I'm going to make it a little bit darker and a little bit more red. I'm going to hit OK, and that's going to darken my face a little bit. This is a little too red for me, so I'm going to go over here. And you know what? Because this is my neck, I'm going to try something called a gradient. If I click on gradient, I'm going to choose something that's sort of similar to my neck color. No, that's off. Let's choose maybe this. That's way too red. So I'm going to do the same thing I just did before, and I'm going to change the gradient color. So maybe I try something like this. So let me show you again where I ended up. So you'll notice I'm starting to add some details to my background. You could do that. You could play around with the different coloring. Here's my shirt. In fact, you could change the color of your shirt if you really wanted to. I'm wearing a black shirt now, so maybe I'll wear black. You can't see my hair as well. So you have some options here. So as you know, you'll have 2 weeks to work on this assignment. The reason for that is because number one, this is going to be a challenging assignment. It's going to be difficult picking a photo. It's going to be difficult finding all the details and doing the best that you can. Now, if I'm giving you 2 weeks, I am expecting this to be as great of a drawing as you could possibly make. The second reason why I'm giving you 2 weeks to work on this assignment is I'm giving you some free time in order to complete any assignments that you might be missing. That could be your logo design. That could be some of your video analysis. Maybe you haven't uploaded a photo yet, or you haven't figured it out. So you have 2 weeks to basically have this turned in, as well as any other assignments that you're missing. Of course, as always, if you get stuck or if you need any suggestions or need any help, you can always email me. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.